I'm gonna be gifting the Travis Scott skin to people who subscribe, drop a like, and comment on this video. After you've done all that, make sure you leave your epic ID in the comment section. I'll add a few of you and send the skin when it comes out. For even more chances to win free stuff, check me out on Caffeine in my live stream via the link below and tune into my streams. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is my great honor to welcome you back to yet another video right here on the channel. Thanks so much for stopping back by. Last night, or early this morning I guess you could say, was the latest Fortnite patch, and along with it we've gotten a lot of leaks relating not only to Travis Scott and his concert, but also about the potential future of the map, upcoming map changes, and what might relate to the storyline event that we're expecting later in the season. So let's not delay this any longer and let's get started. So here is going to be the final stage of the stage. See what I did there? Haha, funny. That's going to be the site of Travis Scott's concert. You can find this just north of Sweaty Sands. You can see this is pretty amazing. I personally have actually been to a Travis Scott concert for the Astroworld tour, so this is actually a pretty good idea of what it looked like back when I was actually there, and they're doing a good job of replicating this stuff in game. As a reminder, there are 5 concert dates that are going to be in game, but the first of which is April 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm actually going to be live on Caffeine for that event so we can watch it and experience it together. So like I said, if you haven't followed me on Caffeine, you can find the link below. You should follow me and be ready to tune into the stream, of course. If you can't get into the game, it's the second best thing to do. So along with the normal Travis Scott skin, there is also an Astrojack skin. I'm not sure if it's its own separate skin or if it's a style available for the Travis Scott skin. Anyway, you can see it's got a very interesting little head, and in the head you can see the map of Fortnite, but it gets even more interesting than that, and I'm not sure if you've noticed this. I get this tweet from Chaos FN News and Leaks, and basically, on both sides of the head, you can see 2 different Fortnite maps. Of course, both of the maps that we've had in both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. The Athena map, which was from Chapter 1, is on one side of its head, and the Apollo map, which is the Chapter 2 map, is on the other. In the tweet, Chaos says maybe the Doomsday event will link the 2 islands together in an accident. It's very intriguing that you can see the original Fortnite map on this skin, and I mean, it's not the first time we've talked about this season where possibly the old map could come back or parts of the old map could come back. In my last few videos, I noted that I didn't know if the Travis Scott event or skin would mean anything to the storyline, and in fact in those videos, I said almost certainly not, but now I'm kind of changing my stance because the Astrojack skin literally is referencing both of the maps we've known and loved, so I don't know. I really don't have any clue whether or not this event has anything to do with the season storyline. I guess we'll just have to find out. If anything else, it's an interesting little Easter egg, and I wonder if it possibly means the old map could be coming back. I mean, if you'll recall, they did add the old map back to the game files. I made a video about a week ago talking about that. So we're just adding more fuel to the fire in terms of that theory, which I think is very interesting. So next I have possibly my most interesting and informative piece of information I've shared on the channel in a hot minute. But before I actually dive into that information, I want to preface that by showing you this loading screen from the Battle Pass. I actually talked about this when the season first started, and it looks like it's going to be relevant now. So as you can see, this is in the early parts of the Battle Pass. You can see there is a fire in the background on what looks like a farm. Now, logic would tell you this is probably Frenzy Farm, and in the beginning of the season when I saw this, I said, hey guys, I mean, the loading screens typically mean something for the storyline, at least they have very heavily in the past. What if we lose Frenzy Farm to a fire? What if this is foreshadowing that occurrence? So just bear that in mind as we progress further into the rest of this info. So I was browsing Reddit today, and there were a number of people who posted about this, but the first post I saw was by user YaYeet345, and the title says, the Travis Scott loading screen shows upcoming map changes. So there is a new loading screen for Travis Scott, and you can see a globe. Now, when you get a closer look at the globe, you can see that it is actually showing the current map, the Apollo map. At first glance, you might not notice anything too much different, but there are a number of differences that I want to share with you. So the first of which, and the one that I think is the most obvious, is the top right part of the map that has Frenzy Farm. You can see there is a huge orange area covering the entirety of that upper part of the map that is not actually there and not visible as of now. My theory is that in the future, Frenzy Farms is going to burn down, and that's probably, in my opinion, what is causing all that orange/reddishness. And on top of that, there is a whole bunch of smoke covering the map, so maybe that smoke is a result of the fire that has burned down Frenzy Farm and the whole area near it. Now, it also looks like a decent part of the map has flooded for some reason, including Risky Reels, which is just a little north of the agency, kind of in the path of the fire, but not quite. You can see there is a blue dot indicating water where Risky Reels previously was located, suggesting that it has gone underwater. Totally unrelated, but if this is actually true and we're going to lose Risky, that's going to be slightly unfortunate because it's one of my favorite spots in the entirety of our map. Something else I want to point out is the fact that the middle of the map, aka the agency, that island right in the middle, something has happened to it. There is not appearing to be any kind of buildings there, possibly due to the Doomsday device exploding, completely obliterating the agency. It's a strong possibility. These are some pretty severe map changes, if true, that are going to be hinted towards here. I mean, I don't know why they would have even put this in the game if this wasn't some kind of indication of what's to come, because all the things I just pointed out to you are true. These are changes. Now, whether this is just some artwork or it's intentional, I don't know, but just for comparison, here is the original map as it stands right now. You can see a ton of differences between Risky, the middle of the agency, as well as the entire part of the upper right part of the map being not even close to as orange as it is right now. Now, don't get me wrong, there is some orange/yellow tint in the map right now in that area, but it is not that color orange, and it does not extend all the way to the top like it does in this teaser. Something else I want to point out is the fact that all over Frenzy Farms in the last week or so, no sweat insurance signs have been added to it. So, as you guys know, the no sweat insurance building was added back to the game at Lazy Lakes, but apart from that, a lot of signs were added in various parts of the map as well. Now, if you don't exactly know what no sweat insurance is, it's kind of a big meme with Epic Games and Fortnite. It was in Tilted Towers last chapter a good bit, and basically every season, every few weeks, it would get destroyed. At first, it was by a meteor, and then it was by Kevin the Cube, and it just kept getting destroyed and destroyed and rebuilt and destroyed and rebuilt. So I'm wondering if this is kind of a bad omen from the start. When we see the signs go down at these places, is it an indication that these places are going to get destroyed? I wouldn't put it past them. Just seeing the map literally on this skin, and obviously it's such a high profile skin with a lot of anticipation because it's, it's an event. It's not a storyline event, but it is still a big concert that's getting hyped up. It gives me a lot of hope. I mean, honestly, would I like to see the old map come back? Sure, I think it would be a good, maybe LTM, where you could have it come on periodically and play on the old map. That would be fantastic. Even if they were to just implement more places from the old map onto the new map that we have currently in Chapter 2, that'd be awesome. Like I previously talked about, Lazy Lakes kind of turning into Tilted because it already looks a lot like Tilted. Plus, it got the No Sweat Insurance building, which was in Tilted originally. But there are tons of other places that I think could fit in well, tons of fan-favorite places from Chapter 1, such as, of course, Greasy Grove, which was my all-time favorite place to land, Haunted Hills, Lonely Lodge, Anarchy Acres, Fatal Fields. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, what if, when, and if Frenzy Farm burns down, it's remade into one of those OG spots? There's just so many options for Epic, and they have so many different ways they can go, and I'm just excited to see what they pull out of their hats. Remember, when the season was extended about a week ago, they said they had a lot of really fun and interesting surprises up their sleeve. I'm willing to bet the Travis Scott concert was one of said surprises, but I would be willing to bet with over a month and 2 or 3 weeks left in the season, we're going to see a ton more than just that. There's still just so much up in the air that we don't get to know about for a while, which, kind of sucks in one way, but in another way, I kind of like how they're keeping things under wraps, keeping their cards close to their vest, and letting things play out. That's always the best way to do it. It's always a lot of fun when you don't know a whole lot and you kind of get surprised. That's the best way to go about it for sure. Guys, if you have any ideas, suggestions, theories, comments about anything Travis Scott related, storyline related, anything at all about the maps or anything I showed you in this video, please let me know in the comments. I would love to feature some of you guys in my upcoming video. I always love doing that and giving you guys a little bit of a shout out or mention in my video when I use your comment. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Use code PineapplezzYT in the item shop if you like what I do and you want to support my videos and my work. Also, make sure to check out my Caffeine.tv live stream in the link below to come over, hang out, win a gift, and so much more. Remember, I will be live Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, the 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern, to cover the event so we can all watch it for the first time together. I appreciate everything you guys do for me with your continued support. It really does mean the absolute world. I'll catch you in my next video, and until then, take it easy, and peace out, guys.